Millicent Kagonga, age 36 and a mother of two, lives in Kariobangi. Her story is one of resilience, courage and hope, but also reflects the hidden struggles faced by many women in Kenya, struggles that often go unnoticed.
I started having the abnormal discharge, and that one led for me losing my marriage, and I was not able to go to the hospital because where I used to live, we didn't had a knowledge about anything below the belt. It was like a taboo to talk about anything below the belt.
Once a wife, Millicent's marriage ended when symptoms of cervical cancer began to take hold of her life. Delayed diagnosis, low income, and stigma surrounded her every step.
It was the year 2010, I lost my marriage, and I was not able even to tell people what made me to lose my marriage because it was a taboo again. I can't tell people I'm losing my marriage because of the abnormal discharge. And it was a difficult year for me. I also lost my second born at the age of 4 years.
In 2015, Millicent was diagnosed with cervical cancer. The news came as a shock, but her determination to survive was unshakable. Despite the stigma, she refused to let her diagnosis define her. Millicent has become a powerful voice for women battling cervical cancer, empowering others to speak out and seek help.
And I was even chased from one of the plots because of the smelly discharge. And I came here back and I started a support group called Symbol of Hope Warriors. My biggest aim being to stop stigma in the community.
Cervical cancer is caused by human papillomavirus, HPV, a virus that affects both men and women.
Every day we are losing 9 women to cervical cancer. And it's very unfortunate because it is one of the cancers that can be completely preventable and completely treatable. So currently, we look at global cancer statistics of 2022 estimates tell us that about 5,845 women are diagnosed with cancer every year. And out of those diagnoses, we are losing around 3,591. That's above more than half of what we are diagnosing.
At the Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI, Professor Nelly Mugo, principal investigator and gynecologist who has treated many women with cervical cancer, shares insights on the importance of prevention through the HPV vaccine.
In fact, we say cervical cancer is one of the few cancers where we know what causes it, how to pick it early in the pre-cancer stage, how to treat that pre-cancer stage and prevent any cancer happening, and how to treat early cancer. So it's actually a completely preventable cancer. When you say vaccines fall under what we call primary prevention. And I think people are familiar that we don't see disabled people with polio anymore. It's a power of vaccination. In fact, we say one of the most powerful tools for disease prevention is vaccines. It's a shot and you're done, you're good to go.
In 2019, Kenya rolled out the HPV vaccine for girls aged 10 to 15. However, the rollout has faced significant challenges, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic when schools were closed. As of now, only 45% of girls have received the first dose, with just 22 receiving the second.
The country that's been really successful is Rwanda. So Rwanda, when the vaccine trials came out and the data, the company gave samples freely and told people to try, and the first lady was a real champion, and they got the vaccines and vaccinated all the 12-year-olds across, in school, out of school. And then what they did is they extended to secondary schools. So they also went and got people in Form 1 and Form 2. And then they did a surveillance study and they looked at those girls, and you can measure HPV in urine, and they're clean. Years later, they're still protected.
Cervical cancer remains the leading cause of cancer-related deaths among women in Kenya, yet prevention through the HPV vaccine offers hope, but misinformation, myths and misconceptions continue to hinder progress.
They are in grade 5, grade 6, grade 7. They are in the CBC, they are in schools. So we are pushing for multi-sectoral engagements. Where is the Ministry of Education in this? If my school's teacher called me right now, I will stop this and go and listen. That is the level of respect that I have. How about if we take this to schools? The guidance of counseling teachers know about it. The head teachers know about it. How about involving the clergy? At the end of the day, women go to churches, they go to mosques, they go to temple. They listen to the clergy. The clergy need to be involved. The civil society need to be involved. The schools, very important.
Owing to the harrowing experience she had with cervical cancer treatment, Millicent ensured her daughter was among the first to receive the vaccine during the nationwide rollout by the Ministry of Health in 2019.
All women would love to be screened, and all mothers, all guardians would love to take their daughters to get the HPV vaccine test. But it's because we have not brought on the table those people who have already gotten their daughters vaccinated, like for me myself.
As Millicent continues to advocate for better awareness and access to the HPV vaccine, she remains a beacon of hope for those affected by cervical cancer. Eunice Omolo, K24 TV, Nairobi.